Hello, hello, hello. My name is Victor Moonlit, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm hoping that the audio is okay. Everything's just a little bit okay. This seems fine. If there's any issues, I will see. I will make sure. Yesterday I attended Miku Expo 2026. I bought the tickets months ago, honestly. I bought it during the pre-sale about October, November, around there. And it was an absolute blast. I had so much fun. Absolutely unbelievable. I loved it. So I thought, what's a better, there's no better way to spend the time today then why not draw Miku? Why not get that done? So that's what I'll be doing today. Thank you for coming in and watching. I'm super excited. I've been so excited the entire time. I've been trying to figure out, okay, what outfit do I want to draw? What do I want the vibe to be? And I think there's one song in particular. I saw it in 2024 and they brought it back. It was actually I was trying to avoid spoilers, but it's the only thing I actually saw once Miku Expo. It's the only thing I saw before the concert itself. And so, Magical Cure Love Shots specifically, the outfit during the lives and not the outfit during the MV. That one, I'm obsessed with it. I was so obsessed with it last time. I was trying to think like, oh man, aren't I going to have another idea? Isn't there anything that would be even a little bit better to do? But no, honestly, there is nothing I wanted to draw more than this specific outfit. So I have that on, I have that beside me, a reference, and I'm super excited. Another thing I wanted to mention when I started stream, I have recently unlocked, previously, it was only available to affiliates and above, or unless you're from the States. And so I have channel points now. I have redeems. I hope they're fun. If there's any suggestions, absolutely. Please let me know. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear your input on it. Absolutely. So I have that, and I will be cleaning over the next week or so. I'm going to be cleaning up the liner on those emotes that I've been working on stream, and I will slowly begin to upload them. So you'll see them come in just a little slowly, but that's something I needed to mention. So Hatsune Miku, I went all the way to it was in Hamilton, Ontario. That's the one I went to. Previously, every single time it had been in Toronto. And so I was a little bit surprised. I bought it in the pre-sale. And so when I saw what city it was from, I was like, this is a little weird. It's a little strange. Not what I expected. But it ended up being quite fun. The venue was fine. All right. I did hear after the fact the show started. It was supposed to start at 8. It actually started a little bit later than 8. God, my voice is rough. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. Just give me a minute. My tea is still hot. Boiling hot, just prepared it. I just prepared a concoction. I had a cup of water that may or may not have cleaners in it. Took a sip. Yeah, that thing has cleaners in it. But I'm hydrated. I just won't be drinking that. It'll be a little bit until it is done. Just a little bit. But the venue, it ended up starting a little bit late. I found out after the fact that apparently people are being held up by the metal detectors. A lot of people in cosplays, not enough staff working there. A little bit of a surprise, but everything went smoothly enough. I'll talk about that. I will talk about that. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. I'm just gonna start from the beginning from when I got to the venue. Lines, absolute mess, but that's to be expected. That's to be expected. I'm not surprised. I've had a lot of things where the lines have been a mess. A little bit difficult to navigate that, but ended up getting through. I got to the venue. The doors opened at 7. I got to the venue around 6:45, and the show wasn't until 8. So quite a while, quite a while. But it ended up working out pretty fine. With the security issues, lines took forever. I only ended up making it to my seat at 7:30. I've heard that apparently some people literally were not in their seats by the time the show started, and the show was literally like 5 to 8 minutes late starting. So it's a little, but it was incredibly fun. It was incredibly fun. I loved it. Had an absolute blast. I didn't have a floor seat, but I got a seat that was pretty close. It was right beside the floor section, so I had a really, really good view. Especially standing, the view was incredible, amazing. I'm very, very happy with that. Oh my god, hold on. Okay, I'm like habitting. Hold on. Okay. I feel like I instantly autopilot, and I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, oh shit. That was not my intention. Oops. Anyway, so end up going to the venue. End up getting in 7:30, waiting for the show. Everything's fine. Everything's good. None of the signage had Miku Expo on it. It was all tonight, hatsune Miku, which gave me a little bit of a laugh. Like, ah man, it's just her. No one else. Only Miku. Everyone else, they don't exist. Miku's the only one that can exist. But we went in. Everything was good. Everything was fine. There were it kind of made me question, like, oh my god, is there something with my hearing? Or are there a lot of sound issues? There were some, but everything went, I guess, as fine as it could go in a new venue. The set list was absolutely, like, honestly my favorite I've ever seen. I was so ecstatic. They started off with a banger, and then they just kept going. Most of the songs have been in one of the official rhythm games. And honestly, I am a huge fan of the Project Diva series in particular, the PlayStation ones. But I've played Project Sekai, I've played Project Mirai, I've played all of that. And to see so much of the song list in there, it's like, oh my god, I felt so ecstatic about it. The new songs that were there, that the songs that I had never heard before, a lot of them also really good. I had such a blast with them. I ended up I feel like anything like that, with vocal in particular, there's so much variety and so much to choose from that you never end up knowing all of the songs. I went in completely blind. I tried my best to avoid any spoilers. I didn't want to know what was happening before it actually happened. And so by the time it ended up happening, I was completely blind. I only knew Magical Cure Love Shot. I ended up being spoiled about that, and I knew that the theme song was by Flavor Folly, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad this time. I was super happy about that. The contest winner song ended up being a lot nicer than I expected as well. Every single year before Miku Expo, there's always a song contest held, And every single year, the winner of that contest gets their song performed in Miku Expo. It's always really, really cool to see what gets made every single year. And of course, they end up posting the results every year. So it's always a blast to see, like, what are the runner-ups? What are the runner-ups? What almost got picked? And it's always so fun to see that as well. But everything was like, oh my god. There are a couple different set lists depending on what city you're from. Before I went to bed last night, actually, I ended up watching some concert footage. And when I was watching I ended up watching some concert footage from some of the other cities because I really want to know, like, what are the songs that the others started with, right? Because everything started with Teo. But after that, there's a couple different sets. And you know what? I'm actually pretty happy with the one we got. There were truly no bad options. If I could have chosen, like, honestly, like, looking after the fact, looking at the set list, trying to, like, recall, like, okay, these are the songs, just trying to, like, check in. Because I did take a friend with me as well. I was not alone for the experience. I had a friend with me. Bought her tickets for her birthday. Absolute amazing. I'm so happy to not have gone alone in it, especially. But we end up going there. I'm gonna take a sip while I collect my thoughts. I was a bit late starting stream. I'm a mess. I apologize. Tea is still like burn your throat kind of. Don't worry. It'll be fine. So we end up going in, and the absolute banger. The next song was Raspberry Monster, which it was kind of the last thing I expected. Especially I kind of went through the list of songs afterwards, and I was talking to my friend, like, okay, here's why I know almost all the songs, and I'm like pointing it out, like, oh, this is the game this is from, this is the game this is from, this is the game this is from. And just like going down the list. Especially since a lot of them are from the Project Diva games. Like, a lot of them were featured in the Project Diva games. It meant that they also had unique costumes for them, which was like, oh my god, you love to see it. And because, like, when they don't have costumes, a lot of them are just like their default outfit, like, you know, the hatsune miku default outfit. But when they have been in a Project Diva game, you know, they have a custom outfit already. The model already exists. So they bring it to the concert, and it makes everything just a little bit better. And there were some custom outfits this time for a couple of the songs too, and it's like, oh my god. Just the rhythm game fan in me was like losing my shit with every new song that they played. My favorite is actually not Hatsune Miku. I just think she's fun to draw. My favorite is not. My favorite of the Krypton vocalites is actually Kaito. So, you know, when I saw my guy on stage, holy shit, losing my minds. And then he had his solo, he had his moment, and then seeing Ohedo Julia Night by Michi M was like, whoa. My guy is back. I feel like that's one of them where you watch a lot of videos online of previous concerts, and it's like, damn, this would be such a cool one to see live. It is. I do know places like Vancouver got, instead of Raspberry Monster, and I literally went yesterday, my memory should not be this bad, but instead of the second and third songs that we got, they ended up having, Vancouver got Himaguri Mercy, and, my memory is shot. I'm like half tempted to actually like look up this set list on stream, just kind of like, fuck. The one where if I could, I would, was 2D Dream Fever, in Chicago. Holy shit! I ended up watching that online, and oh my god, that's such a joy. That's such a joy. But I'm really happy with the selection we got, and everything they did of the stage was super cool, super cool. Few issues with the audio. It felt like it was very loud and very like poorly mixed at times. There were a couple songs it was hard to hear the vocals, which I was a little disappointed about, to be completely honest. But like that is okay. That is okay. I'm here. I'm here. Attending a Miku Expo was I end up the first time I ever went to Miku Expo was last time in 2024. I ended up being bought a ticket as a gift, and I loved it, amazing. 2024 was a very cursed year. But that year having issues with the visuals and this year having issues with the audio was like it's either me, and my hearing's not it, or I'm just cursed. It's just been cursed in some way, but everything amazing. The band introductions, they went hard. They always go hard. Like that is their job. That is what they're there to do. They go hard on their introductions. They do an amazing job, and they did fantastic. I was so happy about it. And then when in the middle of it, when they played, there was a little opening at the beginning of the song that you couldn't really tell what it was, and then it opened up to Patchwork Staccato by Toa, and I swear to God, there were tears in my eyes. I was like, oh my god, this is real. I tried, usually, if I'm at something like that, I don't like to take pictures, very much. I take a few pictures to kind of prove it, and that's it. My phone was not cooperating. I have like a couple of pictures, and that's it. Any of the photos I tried taking during the concert did not work. A little upset about that, but it's okay. I got pictures of the signs. I got the like tonight hatsune miku. I got all that. So I'm very happy about that. But just everything so much better than I could have expected. The set list, like banger after banger after banger after banger. And like the ending songs as well. The second to last song was Decorator. And that I first got into Vocaloid with Hatsune Miku Project Diva F Second for the PS3. And that's the opening theme that they used, is Decorator, and it has all of them. So seeing everyone on stage at once with Decorator playing was like, oh man, this has come full circle. This means so much to me. It's like an experience I will never, ever forget. I was overjoyed. I was so happy. Everything was just so good. I've never seen a set list quite as good as that one. Honestly, despite everything, like a dream come true. It's absolutely like a dream come true. I loved every single moment, and the next one, usually they end up doing it 1 year. They have an Asia tour, and then the next year they have a North America tour. North America meaning the United States, 1 city in Mexico, and 2 cities in Canada. So you know, like your average North America tour. Surprising to no one. But if I could get the chance to go again, I would want to. I would want to so bad. I would want to so bad. I didn't have a pen light. I was going to. And then I didn't get the chance. The circumstances were not aligning. Circumstances when they had merch sales and when I bought my ticket were very different. But I was gripping my phone so hard, and using it like a pen light because I needed that, and I just, it was amazing. Okay, let me take another sip. I'm so dry right now. the reason why I wanted to draw this Miku in particular was because, you know, I come back from the experience and it's like, holy shit, I got fucking Miku beams. So why not celebrate that? Why not celebrate that by drawing her? I hope my new setup with the overview here is all good. I hope everything is all good, but I'm just I feel like I prepared this ahead of time, like, oh my god, I yap about everything. I do not shut the fuck up. Like, I'm gonna, like, monopolize this and, like, draw Miku, because I will definitely be doing that anyway, so, like, why not? Why not? And then I'm here and I'm like, oh god, like, thoughts? Yeah, I have them. I have them. I have them. Are they coming to me? Something I need to work on. Her pigtails are kind of... I'm just, like, looking at my reference and, like, yeah, this is probably too high up on the head, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is kind of fucked, but sketches? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes when you're on your sketch layer. I feel like, you know what? You know what? Is this Miku? Doing it for her. Everything is for her. I'm gonna make my sketch Miku colored. I have to. I have to. In her honor. It's in her honor. Before the beginning of the show, there were a couple people at the front in the floor seats that, like, they were holding up giant Miku plushies. Someone had a Sakura Miku, someone had Snow Miku, and then, of course, just regular old Miku. And people were on the crowd, absolutely cheering before the show started for these plushies. I love moments like this. I love when fans of something get together and you have all these silly moments like that. It's truly, I feel like experiences like this, I kind of want it to go on forever. It's like, truthfully, to me, that is my reason to exist, is to keep having those moments again and again forever. So if I could, I would. But I didn't have a pen light. If I did go next time, my hope would be to... I had originally intended on importing one from a past Miku Expo. The prices this time were kind of really bad. They were really bad. I'm not gonna say kinda. They were really bad. There were a lot of people. I actually even saw photos of people arriving at the venue at like 2 p.m. I saw photos at noon of people waiting in line for the merch booth to open up. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was shocked. I was shocked. But you go in, and even then, oh, hello, welcome. Here, have egg. You know what? Thank you, actually. I really like that. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jack. I'm gonna take care of the egg you've given me, and I'm gonna treat this egg like my own child. I'm gonna, like, raise it. But, you walk in, and the moment you walk in, there's, even before, like, everyone's in. There's so many cosplays of not just what you'd expect, but as well, all of the cosplays of course, the like Miku, like Kaito, like all of them. Bunch of Rin and Lens, super happy to see that. But there's also a lot of the Project Sekai original characters. I saw some of the others, like people are cosplaying Teto, people are cosplaying Gumi. It's just, I always love to see it. I love seeing cosplay. It's such a joy every time. And seeing so many people cosplaying Miku was like, wow. Oh my god. I'm so happy that you like what I've done with the egg. You know what? Just for you, Jack. Give me a minute. See this? It's the egg right here. I'm gonna keep that on for a little bit. That's the egg. Not only am I taking care of it, but Miku is as well. We're both taking care of egg. It's like our life duty now. I'm truly like, okay, what's the I think definitely what the hell is with her hair? in this module is like, but also, I feel like I draw necks way too long. That's like I found the right layer. Here we go. I'm just kind of putting the shoulders here. I can get the hands done either. She will be miku beaming everyone, just like at the concert, just like at the concerts. But I'm just absolutely overjoyed at it. I feel like I've been yapping about that for a while. My thoughts have not been coherent, but I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. One thing that I do when I go to events, every time I go to events, I know it's way past its prime, but I actually still take my 3DS out for the street passes in the modern day. For the free range organic street passes, every single time without fail. I need to bring it out. I need to bring it out. And I got like 7 hits. And honestly, today, in these days, that's amazing. That's really good. So there are people also bringing out their 3DS for Miku Expo, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I had a blast, truly. I think, I have no idea. You know what? I'm gonna fix the hair in a little bit. I think I can just focus on that later. I think I need to get on with the rest of it. That is what I need to do. That's what I need to do. I need to imbue the expression with more joy. She's not joyful enough. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not an expression that is miku beaming you. Not at all. Not all. I need the mouth to be more like, I need it to be more silly. I need it to be more good. I need it to be amazing. Honestly, like, for the choreography, actually, Magical Cure Love Shot, without a doubt, is like, in my humble opinion, my absolute favorite, was that one. Because, oh my god, like, the choreography is stellar, stunning, amazing. It's very idol-like, and I really like it, but I just really love, idol stuff. So, when I saw that last time, that was absolutely, without a doubt, absolutely up my alley. And so, seeing that live in person, just stunning, amazing. Reference real quick, seeing what the deal is. I think this is gonna end up being a little mashup between the outfit in concert and everything in the MV. I think that's the go. It's little stars in the eyes. I think that really is the plan. That really is the go. That's my goal here and now. I'm so sorry. Give me like 30 seconds. Sorry about that. I've gotten some water, because my water has chemicals in it. I'm not gonna lie to you, my water has chemicals in it, and my voice was dying. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you for asking. Thanks for coming to the stream here. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having a good time. Let me just adjust this. I'm kind of a mess right now, but that's how it goes. That's how it usually goes. I'm so glad. Okay. I just honestly, I came in here and I'm like, I'm just gonna start yapping and see where it goes. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for the follow as well. Let's go. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. God, where was I before the water incident? For the record, I feel the need to make a disclaimer. I don't normally have chemicals in my water. I was cleaning my desk with a cup of water on it, and I was like, wait a minute, did I just spray this in? I go to take a taste, and it's like, oh no, there's like Lysol in that. Oops. Anyway, so that's why I had to get more water. I'm not one for this. This is the voice I'm used to talking in, but for my vocal cords, it's natural to me because it's what I'm used to, but it's very unnatural. So if I'm like at something and I start screaming, it doesn't work. Like the air doesn't go out of my throat. So usually I would say like, oh yeah, I was like screaming a ton, but I'm not gonna lie. It did not. It was not. And somehow, yet my voice is rough anyway. I have Yoo-hoo and iced coffee. May I ask, what the fuck is Yoo-hoo? Is it something like I'm missing here? I've never heard of that actually. Iced coffee is always really good. Really good though. I love coffee. I love coffee. The taste has grown on me over the years, especially sweet with milk. That's like heaven. Oh, it's chocolate milk. Okay. We definitely do not have that here. That sounds so good. Oh my god, it's like a iced mocha. I'm jealous, actually. That sounds amazing, for real. I wish. But straight up, like, there are people bringing their 3DSs for the street passes, and in this day and age, I'm always hunting for more street passes. Whenever I see things about like people nowadays buying 3DSs, I always get really excited about it, actually, because it's like, you know what? That's more street passes. Where am I located? I mean, I went to Miku Expo yesterday. Like, like my location, it's very obvious. I am from around Toronto in Canada. From the general area. Am I from Toronto? Am I not? Not sharing that one. But around. So we don't have a lot of brands. We don't have a lot of brands that a lot of other countries do. Like we have a lot of imports, but there's a lot where it's like, nah, we don't have that. We don't have that one. Let me go to adjusting her pigtails. This is not. I was trying to emulate the look, and it was not. The length is really not with this module. Not for sure. But seeing all of the they even had some custom outfits. There's one song I cannot for the life of me remember the name right now. Should have looked it up before stream, but you know that was yesterday. There's one song that was Rin and Len, and it was like this cat song, and the outfits for them were like actually beautiful, amazing, stunning. I was like, oh my god, Neko Mimi, Rin and Len, real on stage in front of me in my country? Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't expect that at all. So, like, seeing that was an absolute blast. I got to see a lot more Kaito and Miko than expected. Because the expected amount of songs, sadly, it's sad to say, it's one. So seeing two of them feels like I'm being fed good. It feels like I'm being fed good, except especially my beloved Kaito. Honestly, I do not look forward to seeing anyone more than I do Kaito. I love him so much. But let's see. I think the expression's like good enough. I'm like, yeah, I think okay, this is fine enough. Let me start on the outfits. The outfit, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get the arms in so she can truly be Miku beaming you. The energy from the crowd was also like incredible. Like it wasn't as there were some times I think with the you could hear a little bit of like feedback from the audio, and I think there's some of it where it's like the energy's not what it should be, but other times where it was like incredible, absolutely fucking popping, absolutely. One of them was Worlds on Dance Hall by Wowaka, and god, Wowaka anything is always designated to be a banger. But seeing all that, like, the energy was incredible. A couple of friends from Canada, oh my god, winning handshake emoji. It's, we don't have a lot of things here from, like, especially if it's from, like, the States. There's a lot of import items that I do have access to. But a lot of the imports that I do end up eating are usually from, like, parts of Asia. Like, if you have an Asian snack, there's a good chance I can find that. But a lot of things, other than that is kind of like, a convenience store might carry it, and if they don't carry it, we don't have it. We don't have that. But that is how it is. That is how it is. Like, my tea's cool now. I'm gonna take. At long last, the tea's cool enough to drink, I think. I feel like I'm, like, absolutely... My throat is so dry. I feel like I'm losing it. But, going there, absolute blast. Everything absolute blast. I feel like I'm gonna leave that topic for later. That's the reason why I was drawing Miku. But at the same time, it can rest for a little bit until I get my thoughts together, until I get more to say on that. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Of course not. But I'm just like, oh my god, and that's been like all I can think about, because like it didn't feel real until yesterday, like day of, and then it just kind of hits you like, oh my god, okay, this is a thing that is happening. Wow, this is real. This is really happening. And like, it hit me way too late, but I ended up having a blast. Amazing time. I know people are handing out freebies, but a lot of people for handing out freebies were kind of the people who were coming like crazy early. One of my friends ended up getting a really cute sticker though, so like, oh my god, whoa. God, I feel like normally I've been trying to have a list of things to say, but it's kind of like, if things take too long in setup and I'm running a little bit late, it's like, oh god, okay, should have made a list. Did that end up happening? Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm really trying to look, like, okay, where is the straps located? I have this on my phone instead of my... Right, the one thing, I actually did have this already prepped in OBS to show that. Get the straps all good. They exist, the straps exist now. She has mecha mock soldiers, but don't worry about that. The concert ended up being in Hamilton. Normally, it's in Toronto. They actually had an event today. They had another event, Digital Stars, that ended up being in Toronto. The thing that's really funny to me, I have this here. This is like my most coherent photo I took. Oops, not the layer. Oh my god. There we go. It was in Hamilton. Okay. So just seeing this gave me a little bit of a laugh, to be honest. There were a bunch of people behind me that were just kind of like, in Toronto. This wasn't in Toronto. Nuh-uh. Oh, holy shit. Oh my god, Conkles. Welcome back. Thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Hi everyone. My name is Victor Moonlit. I am a computer program VTuber. Currently at the moment, yesterday I attended Miku Expo. I attended Miku Expo Canada, so right now I'm just drawing Hatsune Miku, because how else to celebrate than drawing her? Because she's important. I love her. And that's what I wanted to draw. I hope I didn't fuck that up. But thank you so much. Oh my god. I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you enjoy the stream. I'm currently drawing Miku from Magical Cure Love Shot because that is an absolute blast, and I adore that. And I'm just getting things already, but the goal is to have, I want her to be Miku beaming everyone. That's my goal, I have a reference right beside me. I've been given an egg, so there is an egg. Don't worry about that one, but welcome in. I feel like I totally messed that one up. Oops. Anyway. Oh god, now I'm thinking like, what the fuck was I even on about? Oh my god. I want to draw an egg now. You know what? I feel like he can be your egg now. Eggs for everybody. Now you can nurture him, take care of him. The whole works. Can be your egg. Now and forever. For the record, I have literally no idea how to draw hands. And I told myself, like, okay, this is gonna be a Miku beam. But in order to Miku beam, I need to Miku beam hand pose. And this is like my nightmare? So, I'm just kind of like, oh god, oh fuck, oh god. Let's see how this goes. And I'm just hoping everything's good. Plenty of eggs to go. Are you just going around in people's streams and handing them eggs? Is that what you're doing? I've never seen anything like that. Color me intrigued. I'm very entertained. Let's see. Oh god, hands, my nightmare. But I'm gonna pretend like that isn't. It's kind of a blend between the MV Miku and the concert outfit Miku. Because concert outfit Miku, adorable, idol, cute. Absolutely love. I think I'm just gonna sketch this out and then fix the proportions later. I think that's how it's gonna go. I do have a little... This is not right. Me when I get rated at the absolute struggle moment. Let me get this all fixed, all good. I wanted to get the pose right, and I'm struggling here. Over here. I'm gonna be so real. I'm trying to figure out, like, god, how the fuck does an arm work? How do I get this done? Oh no. I've been deliberating, like, since yesterday, like, what outfit am I gonna draw her in? Because I knew, like, okay, I want to draw Miku so bad. But what outfit? And I've just kind of been like, oh yeah, I should draw something else, like, you know, a lot more. And that's like, no. You need to Miku beam everyone. Everyone needs to see that. And so, that's how it's going. I feel like... I hope this is enjoyable. My favorite vocal aid is actually Kaito. Kaito, my beloved. I love him. So every time I see him on stage, it's like, holy shit. Kaito real. Okay, this is not... I feel like apologies for, like, the struggle stream. I'm genuinely trying to figure out, like, I was aware. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm genuinely lost here. Oh my god. Hi. Welcome in, Astra. Welcome in. I hope everything was good. I didn't even ask. Oh my god. How was the stream? I hope the stream was good. I was just so like, oh my god, wow, crazy, that I completely forgot to ask. Something is happening here, and it's not... Oh god, something is happening here. I'll get this sorted. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god. I feel like getting the arm right is just kind of like half the time she's fucking swole. And half the time it's like, arm broken, ER, when, hospital? I've just, I mean, I've just been in the shadows. So, you know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it happens. I hope the shadows are treating you well. I hope that they're very kind to you, very nice to you. I hope they're not tormenting you. I hope they're like a kind of like fuzzy, happy, like a blanket kind of shadow and not like, the hat monster? The hat guy? Whatever they call the guy when you take a shit ton of Benadryl. Whatever he's called, I hope it's not like that. I hope it's not like your sleep paralysis demon, but instead something fun and enjoyable. That's my hope. That's my hope for you. I think I'm closer to figuring out what in the world is going on here. She's not super swole, but she's not like ER hospital immediately. And you know what? That's how everything should be. That's how it should all go. Still, like, this is not how arms work, but I've gone closer. Oh my god, this is not how arms work. Oh, it is Hatman Shadows. Okay. My condolences. Hope you get out of that soon. I hope that the Hatman doesn't get you for too long, just like a little bit of like a hello, hi, and then like leaving. That's my hope for you anyway. Okay, I'm genuinely... I think... I'm kind of worried, like, oh god, this is... I feel like every time I touch this, it is not making it better, it's actually making this kind of worse. But like, it's getting more coherent very, very slowly, I think? Yeah, there's something wrong here, and I cannot tell what it is. And I think it's this... I'm like, the fuck is going on? What the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm kind of losing my mind. I feel like everyone's come in at the exact worst point. I feel like I'm being tormented, actually. I feel like I'm stuck in the mines. Taking the Hatman out for dinner. I'm so glad. I hope your date goes well. I hope, fingers crossed, he pays for your meal, gives you a second date. That's all I can hope for you, honestly. I hope it's not the sort of... God, I hope the Hatman doesn't dine and dash. That would be horrible. Hoping it's a nice restaurant that you choose. I know that usually etiquette is like whoever initiates the date pays. However, I feel like if he's tormenting you, I feel like there might be something there. You might be some leverage. Like, hey man, if you're literally like my inner demon that's haunting me right now, could you maybe like pay for my meal? Maybe pay for a little bit of dessert? Any of that? Having a lovely time. Okay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I hope things are going well. I hope everything is set up properly. I hope the audio's working out well. I think I finally... You know what? This is close. This exists, and this is fine, and this is good. I think I've finally gotten it. Not too swole. Not like she's about to go to the ER. This is close enough, and the rest can be figured out later. I think that's the go right now. And now, gonna erase that bit. Yeah, this is coherent? Question mark? If I take the, I've been struggling, like, the entire time. Things seem good. Okay, that's great. That's great. Lovely. Okay, that's... This has been way too long struggling on this arm. I'm just genuinely... It's kind of like the more I focus on it, the worse it gets. But at the same time, it's not like that bad. It's just kind of like it is, but like it isn't. Kind of coherent, but like at the same time, it's not. And everything's terrible. But I think I'm close to figuring this one out. It's like an embarrassing amount of time to figure out how an arm works. But I've been I feel deeply ashamed, actually. I feel deeply ashamed. Will it ever get better? Will things ever look up? I don't know. I mean, it's looking a little bit better. That's something. That's something. Okay. Something's still very wrong, but I'm gonna... You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little artist secret. Here's something they don't tell you. But see that? I just manifested it. They call me the creator because I make the arm, I make it exist. No one's ever called me that. I've never been called that, but one can dream, one can dream. I've decided literally now. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Give me... Okay. I've taken a sip of my beverage. Everything is so dry, and I do not know why, but at least this is good. This is going well. She is, I think we finally gotten the miku beam. That's finally what is happening. I think... Wait, I think I can figure this out, actually. Actually, I think I make this a little bit closer. That's better. I am in the constant curse of... I feel like I've been cursed with, you wanna know how the human figure works? Nah. Not for you, forbidden knowledge, and I have to constantly, like, claw myself away, like, shakes you? Give me the knowledge. Please, let me in. Let me know. I wanna know your knowledge. I wanna know what's up. But I feel like I'm a little bit closer. And you know what? I'll take that. I love hatsune miku and her orbital lasers. I am so glad. She's firing them right at you. I know. I talked to her myself, and she's gonna get you. Personally. Watch out. Okay, that's... I think what's gonna make it better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I feel like then it's not, and I'm gonna, like, jinx myself. But that is an arm. It exists. It is a physical object that is here and all good. I'm gonna get the jacket on, and it is hopefully gonna cover up my sins. I feel like I'm kind of committing a crime against Miku herself, and I feel a little bit guilty about that, actually. But, you know, so she's warm. Hope you can forgive me, Miku. Love you. Hopefully, this will forgive the sins. Honestly, I just thought that, like, oh, this outfit is so cute. I need to draw it. And despite thinking, like, oh, but what about her default outfit? What about this? What about that? It's like, no. She's adorable. She's cute. And I need this outfit in my life. So, I tried convincing myself otherwise. I spent, like, 24 hours trying to convince myself. Maybe this is not the outfit we want to do. Nuh-uh. I'm not listening. I'm following my heart. And my heart tells me I need this Miku. That's what I need to draw. Okay, so the jacket is... This is coherent enough, probably. kind of like big and fluffy. Yeah, it's off the shoulder, so I think that works. I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping that works. If it doesn't, well, I think the jacket kind of covers up my sins. A little bit more than I expected. So, you know what? That's a win. I'll take it. I'll take whatever win I can get. And at least it doesn't look like, I mean, not that swole Miku would be a bad thing. I've seen it before. I think it's quite lovely. Not what we're going for. And hospital Miku. That's just not good. That's just not good. Like, girl, did you dislocate your arm? Did you dislocate both of them? Did you Family Guy death pose? What happened? What happened here? So, not having that is what I hope for. And I think finally, my sins are coming to light and everything's being renewed. That's what I think is happening. Okay. Good. Everything's okay in the... If this isn't how a jacket works, I mean, probably not, but... Already started! That's what we're going with! And... That's... It exists. Okay. I can now continue on with the rest of it. The, twin tails are kinda like, there's something. They'll be fixed. The module I'm looking at is slightly curly, and, like, has a little bit of a curl, a little bit of a wave, and that didn't turn out, but this is but a sketch, this is where I put out all my ideas, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Once we hit the line art and the coloring, that's when my true power comes to play. It's like I'm powered on halfway. It's like I'm still charging. And once I'm at my full charge, my full capacity, everything will turn out. Everything will turn out good. That is how I think it goes. Struggled a little bit. But, you know, called up a doctor like, hey, dislocate her arm right now and it'll work out. Jacket looks good. I'm so glad. I'm like, thank God. That's all I want. I'm like, hatsune Miku art, hatsune Miku and the struggle. I've done many art studies of different muscle groups to get to the point where I am now art hard. Yeah, definitely. See, it would be a lovely idea to do art studies. That's a thing I should do. However, I have a tendency to not convince myself to learn a skill unless it is actively for something that benefits me or something I take interest in. I always do project-based learning. And in theory, that sounds quite cool because you use it in practical applications. In actuality, I have things where it's like, oh man, I don't know how to code. I'm gonna make a game, and I'm gonna, like, figure it out while I make the game. And then it takes, like, forever, and, like, it barely works. But hey, I coded my I coded my own engine from scratch, technically. Learned a little bit of Python. Do I know how to use Python outside of making a GUI? No. But I learned what I could. And that's how it is for everything. So it's always the curse of, yeah, I would love to be able to get myself to do art studies. I'm always in awe of people who honestly do art studies all the time. Like, I'm in awe of your power. I'm in such awe all the time because I wish I would love to be able to get myself to do it, but it's like, it's not for a project or anything. It's not for something I want. So, like, why do it? And then it never gets done. So a lot of my art is like, I'm just gonna draw and I'm gonna learn while I draw. And it's been going pretty well, but it also leads to a hospital arm, so I mean, you keep doing it enough, it'll get better. I used to do that all the time, which is why I stopped and restarted my art journey so often. So I finally forced myself to build some fundamentals. That is a good plan. That is a good plan. Better plan than I have had. I commend you for it, truly. I actually have a book from the library out right now. It's on my shelf beside me, and it's about clothing folds and how to draw them. I picked it up a month ago and I haven't returned it. So, oops. At this point, it's kind of like, oops, I'm gonna have to try to avoid late fees. That's not good. But I did wish to use it, and then I just didn't. That's how it is. That's how it is all the time. That's how it is permanently. But you know. I think things have been going well enough. I think I've been able enough to fix things. And, so what if it's shit? At least I did it. Okay, there's like a belt here. I think the jacket, I'm looking at like a screenshot of the concert itself. And I'm looking at the jacket and it's obscuring where this sits on the hips. So I'm actually just kind of praying. I'm hoping and I am praying that this turns out good. And I think I've got something there. If this isn't the right place on the hips, you know what? That can be fixed later. Everything can be fixed later. This is like a hot mess, but it's my hot mess. I'm doing this for the love of Miku. And I'm sure she'll be pleased with my offerings, no matter how it goes. Clothing folds are high on my list of things I like drawing. I am in awe. Everything you're telling me is like, oh yeah, this is something I've done to improve my art, and I'm like, whoa. I aspire to have your dedication. I'm actually in awe, like, no joke. I think that's... You know what? Things are going. It's going. I think I'm mostly done the sketch, unless I figure out how to... Like, the arms aren't entirely, like, non-hospital, but they're closer to not being, like, hospital ER. And I'm happy about that. Let's try to get these hands. It's honestly a more capable hand than I am used to. I'll take it. A win is a win. And I feel like I'm having a win. And I just repeat that. And then, bam. Bingo. Right on the money. I've got it. I think that's how it works. I think... And then there's like thumb out. Not like that. Like this? No. If I can't figure out how to draw the thumb, do I have to draw it? I technically don't have to. I have free will. Like, you can pretend it's tucked in. Very tempting. No one's making me do it. I'm not required to. Okay, let me fix the hair. Listen, I can show you my art from 2 years ago that is about on the same level as your art now. Okay, bet. Actually feels a lot better. Oh my god. Listen. If I had access to my... I think I might actually... I have an external hard drive. I do. My art from 2 years ago was, a lot worse than this. I'll take what I can get, and I've had a lot of improvement. I'll say that. You know what? It's probably somewhere in my hard drive, but I'm worried about it taking a little bit. So I'm kind of contemplating, like, how long will that take? Because I've never shared the art that was that old. I have art of my model from 2023, and I'm not joking. I checked the date on the file, and it was like February 2023. And it was not good. It was not great. It was the first time I ever bought a drawing tablet. I got it on a really good deal, and then I got discontinued like right after. So the good deal was probably clearance. But I'm actually kind of considering, like, do I pull that up? Do I pull that up? Because it is truly not great. There's definitely art before 2023, even. But that is all physical copies that I have most likely lost. It's most likely been lost to water damage or time. I was not good at storing my art. It was on like sketchbook papers, and it was not taken care of, like, at all. But I'm a little tempted now. Like, I feel like I'm having an internal debate with myself. Like, you know what? Do I pull that out? Okay, this thing with the layers, you see? Okay, you see behind me where I have... Let me... See behind me? All these... That's not it. Here we go. See all these layers? Yeah. I'm gonna merge them. I have no idea what's on what layer, and it's genuinely, like, fucking with me. Except... Okay. Not the egg. You know what? I've taken care of the egg for too long. It's been an hour I've been taking care of this fucking egg. No more. I relinquish you. This from... Let me take a look. Okay, but that's really good, actually. Wait, I actually really like that. That is like... You know? Okay. Do I have permission? First of all, it's really good. Second of all, do I have permission to give, a critique that is very specific? Because I have one thing that I'm looking at it and I'm, like, desperately wanting to say, but... Sure, okay. The legs are, like... You know those guys who, I mean, like, listen, it depends on frequency, it depends on how long you're doing it, depends on, like, your personal body, your protein intake, but you know, people who jack off so much, where it's like, one of their arms is, like, fucking swole, and then the other one is, like, there's basically no muscle tone. That's kind of the legs. I vibe with it, though. Sorry, I had a comment and I desperately wanted to say it. I hope that's okay. That is... But honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Okay, here's Miku. Give me like 30 seconds, I'm gonna get this thing. Actually... Wait, got it. I regret to inform you that while I was totally my art from 2023, I have no idea where the cord is for my hard drive. And that's really bad, because I have a lot of files there where if I lose them, I'm screwed. But it's somewhere. Where is that somewhere? I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea. Last weekend, I went out to visit family. And, and they gave me a PS3. I'd gifted one of my brothers a PS3 a couple years ago, because he had desperately wanted one, especially he wanted, like, a bunch of homebrew and stuff like that. And we have a PS3 that we grew up with, but the disk drive is broken, and the brother that owns it does not allow any sort of custom firmware, any sort of, like, any modifications at all to the software or hardware, if he owns the console, it's banned. If any of my other brothers and I own the console, we hack the shit out of it. Because it's fun. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it, and we can rip our own games. And so I end up coming over, and the deal was, I ended up getting him as a gift because he really wanted it, and then he ends up texting me like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Victor. I did not use it as much as I wanted to. I'm so sorry. Like, you can have it." And I'm like, dude, I gifted you it. I was trying to get you like the perfect model, trying to get it off of like Kijiji. I'm up with a guy at a random ass Tim Hortons to get it. Like it's fine, but like I'm not taking, like, I can trade you some stuff, or it can be like we can have shared custody. And he's like, dude, I'm not having shared custody. I'm like, I'm not taking it if you don't. And he's like, okay, fine. Shared custody. So now we have a shared custody PS3. But it is currently at my place. And before I took it to my place, I was ripping a bunch of games that my brother had, because there's a bunch of games I grew up with. And I wanted access to them without having to bus across the fucking city for it every single time I needed to play a game. So, it takes way longer than you would expect. Holy, that took a while. Like, I did not get much done, but I got all the JRPGs, I got some fighting games, I got some racing games, and a couple of other bonus things. I got a few games. Very happy about that, but I took my hard drive because I wanted to transfer it to the hard drive. Didn't figure out how to work it, but it's still... When I unpacked my bag, I put it somewhere, and I still do not know where that is. But that is my little story of what in the world happened to it. This entire time I didn't even realize she was wearing headphones, so that's an easy fix. I'm just gonna erase the details. Boom. Headphones. Quick fix. Amazing. Adjust the shape a little bit. Oh yeah, those are headphones, alright. And just like that, everything is fixed and everything works. Just like it's supposed to be. Right now, the goal for this is... everything is fine enough. I think there's... yeah, just finishing up the little details. And then... fixing the hair. Dear lord. There is... I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. I feel like there's a lot more I could do with this. Fixing the hair, fixing the details, and then I'll get on to coloring. I should do liner, I really should, but that always gets done in post. Fixing everything up, just because liner is like my nightmare. I love sketching, coloring's cool, love highlighting and shadows. Anything that has to do with liner, oh dear lord, it's horrible. I can't stand it. It takes me forever, and I do not end up enjoying my time doing line art. So, we're just kind of go from the sketch to coloring, because I would literally be here for like an hour and a half, otherwise just doing that, and ain't no one want to see that. Hi, welcome back. Oh my god. Yeah, so, yesterday, I got an email literally while I was at the concert, and I saw the notification, and then I proceeded to, mute my phone, because I was literally at a concert. I could not be seeing that right now, but I ended up getting an email, like, oh my god, like, now everyone has access to it, even before affiliate. Because previously, if you've done onboarding, you're American. And that's because it was not available to the rest of the world. But yay, I have point redeems, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I just kind of did all of them. There were a couple ideas I had, a little bit of inspiration, and then there's a little bit that was like, sure, this seems cool, this seems fine, this seems like an idea I could do. But yeah, I'm so glad you like the art. Oh my god. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time. I will say about redeems, there is one that I am kind of... I said it as a joke because I thought it would be really funny, but I did the math and realized that it would actually be impossible to get. As of right now, if you manage to hit 1 billion points, 1 billion moon points, as I've called them, if you hit 1 billion, you can buy my silence. If you redeem that, I'm not joking, I will genuinely do it. I'm a man of my word. I will proceed to end the stream. However, I did the math, and that's not happening. Like, that's not... no one's getting that. That's, like, impossible to redeem. So I have been considering throughout the day of, what if I made that possible, but, like, you would have to work incredibly hard to get it? Because I think that would be funny. I think that would be funny. It would also mean that it could basically, like, very rarely be hit, but that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. I'm thinking, what the fuck is the button for that? I've rotated her. Okay. To this day, I have no idea what the fuck the rotate button is. I feel like I should probably check that out, but... it's not hurting me. I can just fix it real quick. Get rotated, I guess. But, I've been considering, what if I did one that was technically possible, and, that one was possible, but, like, insane? Like, you have to be an avid supporter to buy my silence. And then I made, like, 1 billion of, like... I wonder if it would let me go higher. The highest value you could hit. Something completely impossible, you're not hitting that. Buy my silence permanently. Because I think if you're dedicated to being a hater, what better way is there to... what other way is there to prove that you're the biggest hater than dedicating your time and spending that time trying to get 1 billion points to buy my silence? So that's why I thought it was funny. Saving for ending the stream, not out of hate, but to flex my save points. That would be a flex. For sure. For sure. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I said it as a channel redeem. And if you ever make it to that much, I will end the stream, like, immediately. That's not a joke. I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't like when people say things like that and then they don't do it. Nah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Saving the ending of this... Seen a little poke redeem from other streamers. I was like, wait a minute. I read one of those messages and I missed the other. What did I read and what did I miss? Seen a little poke redeem from other streamers that used to trigger a small audio cue. That's a good idea. You know what? It'll take me a little bit to look into, but I'm gonna look into that. I know I've seen a lot of things. By the time I got to it, I had just been to a concert and I was about to go to bed. So everything I've said is like, man, I'm heading to bed, but like I got an email, so let me just check this out first before I go sleep, before I go in my slumber. And I went to set that first. But everything else will be rolled out, hopefully within a week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can find the time for that between everything. Because I'm gonna be real, I've made a lot of emotes. I did not plan to get emote slots so soon. So did I fix up the line art? No, I did not. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't touch it. I've barely touched it. And now it's like, oh shit, wait, I expected to get that when I hit affiliate, what the fuck? And now I'm just like scrambling, like, oh my god, I need to fix the line art, I need to fix it. Everything's wrong. Oh no. So within the next week, I'll get that done. Okay, hair is looking like hair. I think that's good enough for now. Let me fix this real quick. Win is a win, a win is a win, a win is a win. I have a couple other little details. She has like these lights on the sides that I'm gonna need to do. Yeah, that works. I'm not looking forward to coloring neons. That's something I will have to figure out very, very soon, but it's not now. It's in a little bit, which is notably not right away, not at this moment. So I'll take that. I will take that. These little lights, and this is belt, not just a circle. It's not for decoration. It's like a belt buckle. And then belt, yes. Yes, okay. And what are the other details in the color? The pleats, there we go. They exist, I guess. I can just do it now. And then the details are the shirt. Let's get this done. Let's figure this out. Almost on the coloring. Very happy about that. This is such a vibrant and colorful module that it's like, I need to be able to show this off. The resolution of my reference image is actually terrible, so I literally have no idea what these charms are. But I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it, I think. Okay, that's a little bit on the bottom. There's a heart here. Okay. There's heart. Star. There's something beside it. I have no idea what that is. I'm just gonna make it as like a square. Why is there square? That's all I can see from my end. And that's like kinda, but like not really, but like more square, kinda. I have no idea what the fuck this shape is supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, it's hard enough. Enough like a heart. It'll be good enough. It's something. Here's my shape. I couldn't tell you what it is, to be honest, but the shape, it exists. There we go. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink because holy shit. I finished my tea. There we go. I am more hydrated than ever. When I was at the venue in Hamilton yesterday, I feel like I have this issue where I will say something and then my brain will move too fast onto the other thing, and suddenly I'll have an association that literally no one thought of but me. But now it's like, wait a second, that's not what I meant. Oh, I didn't mean that, so I need to like clear it up. And like no one thought of that. That's just a me thing. I made that up in my head. But for the record, not like Alexander Hamilton, like the guy, or like the hit Lin-Manuel Miranda musical, but a secret third thing, the city. I was there in Hamilton for the concerts. And what was I? I was so distracted by Alexander Hamilton that I'm like, what the fuck was I? Me and my tormented mind. I feel like I'm not living the dream, actually. I'm living the curse. I'm living the curse, and I'm cursed to never remember what the fuck I was saying. I feel like I'm being tormented. Is this my punishment for not drawing Miku as well as I thought I could? Is she not pleased? Has she decided to torture me? Has she decided to punish me? Who will know? Who knows? Who knows? Only she can know. I hope I'm appeasing her. I hope she's not gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna be sad if she's mad at me. I'm gonna like cry. But that's for if that happens. Miku brain blasting me as punishment. I mean, okay, listen. I got Miku beamed. What the fuck is a Miku beam? Technically, it's never specified. So one could say it's up to the listener's interpretation. And since it's not specified, she could very well be brain blasting you as punishment. She could be punishing all her fans, for all we know. It's not like, what's she gonna do? Tell us otherwise? She hasn't said anything. I checked the official Hatsune Miku Twitter myself, and she did not specify why she was Miku Miku beaming. So clearly, it can be... Clearly we can't know. There's no idea. There's no way of knowing. It could be out of love, it could be out of punishment. How would we know? Checkmate. Sorry. I totally have it all together. I'm totally not going insane. Oh good, I've got it. I love you keep talking about her like she's the prime god in a highly recognized region. Fuck, let me read that again. Highly recognized religion. I mean, I have seen a lot of posts on the internet where we are right now. Where genuinely it has that sort of vibe. So I would not be the first, and I will not be the last. But I just think she can do what she wants, and if that's the punishment beam, then so be it. So be it. Who am I to not conform to her will? Okay. That's jacket. Right. That's what I was supposed to get done. The fucking jacket. Okay. Here we go. It's a jacket. Needs to go down here because gravity. If she's a deity, she's clearly not a deity that is resistant to gravity. It still affects her. I mean, one could argue it does not, because you ever see, like, a fan MMD where the pigtails are, like, all over the place? One could argue, maybe they don't conform to gravity. Maybe she is. Maybe she is. It's not like she told me... It's not like she told me herself. She could be, and we'd have no idea. So all the art of her with Jesus is canon. They're drawing her of I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised, actually. I don't think I can speak on that. I think you're gonna have to hear that from her, or you're gonna have to hear that from Jesus. And I don't think either one is happening to you real soon. If it is, happy for you, really happy for you. But it's not something I expect to happen to you anytime soon. I'd be at least a little bit surprised. Would I believe you? I'm not gonna lie to you, not entirely. I would have to... The burden of proof would be crazy, but it's not impossible to believe. There's a lot of people who would definitely believe that. So, I guess my answer is it could be, but, like, I can't speak on either of that, and I don't think I should attempt to. I mean, she did make Minecraft, so... Who knows? I think she can do anything. I think she can do whatever she wants. Okay, these are the details on the jacket. Yes. Okay. And, yes. Yes, jacket. It definitely exists. Where does it end? At the end of the skirt. Okay. So, where this is, the skirt's partway. I think one line. And that's where it ends. Yes. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think I've got it. And then, for the last detail, there's a lot of details which I love, but... Wow. I mean, I feel like if I would want to be tormented by details, I could get into drawing fan art of a lot of other VTubers, or I could do fan art of Hoyoverse characters. And then I would be tormented by details. I feel like this is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But... details, yes. Oh god. There are more details. I feel like I'm losing my mind, actually. Trying to figure all this out. I told myself, yes, this is the outfit I would like to draw. Am I regretting it? I wish I could say no. But I'm definitely kind of like, you know, if I had not been so particular, it would have been easier. But I am happy to draw this outfit. It is what I wanted, after all. But at the same time, there's a lot. There's a lot going on here. Okay. That's not a choker, that's part of the shirt. Got it. Got it. Got it. I feel like I should have downloaded an image on my phone that was more than like... This looks like it's 400 by 600 pixels. I feel like I zoom in and I'm going insane. I kind of wish I got it on my computer. It would be a logistical nightmare to try to get that on my second monitor and still see what's going on, but... It's going, at least. Okay, I get this done. Yes. She has a microphone. Or she does. Or she does. For a concert. Of course. Attached to the headset. Yes. We can do that. Yeah. There we go. It's attached. Now it works. Now we can be spoken to by her. Maybe then we could find out if Jesus and Miku are a canon pairing. Not necessarily romantic, they can be friends. They can be friends. I know how that sounded, but... maybe they're friends, maybe they're fucking. I wouldn't know. It's not my business. Okay. Finally, the details have been detailed. Yes. Oh god, and I hated that unless. The eyes have details. And then I'll be free from the every detail which I must add to make the outfit what it is. I'm so close to being freed. I'm so close. Am I being granted mercy? Miku, can I have mercy? Is this it? Can I be done? I think I've been granted mercy. I think I've appeased her. So, after all that time, I have the sketch. There we go. Wow, crazy. That's not what I meant to do. I'm going to. Now that it's not blue anymore, now it's like it's real. It's real. This is really, really happening. Let's go. Miku is real. Miku is real. The big black blot will be perfect. That's the void. That's my ultimate punishment. Earlier in the chat, when you're being tormented by the hat monster, the hat man, yeah, the hat man, the Benadryl guy, the hat man, that's who he is. Maybe he's in here. Maybe he's back. Maybe that's how everything's supposed to be. I kind of wish I saved that color down, because that was... You know what? Time for my biggest nightmare, color picking. But this time, I think it will be fine. I think it matters less. I think that's... For this module, yes. Yes. As you can see, is the line art a mess? Absolutely, absolutely. This isn't even line art, this is a sketch. But it works, it's functional enough. And so that's what we're using. If I have to go back and clean up the line art once in a while, or clean up the sketch once in a while, so be it. So be it. I will do that. Post haste. There's gonna be a bunch of little, like, oh, there's a speck there from erasing, it's gonna, like, bug me until I adjust it, but, otherwise, it's good enough for just this moment. And that's what matters, that's what matters. Here we go. All coming together. Why is my stream being haunted by all these random entities? Okay. it's been a month and a half since I started streaming, and I've been plagued with constant technical issues. I think they have to be coming from somewhere, and if I found a reason for it, then I'm happy. I'm just happy that I have knowledge, a reason. And, you know, if it's Hatsune Miku and the Hat Man that's causing my technical difficulties, I'll accept that. That's fine. Honestly, way better than everything else. At least I know, and at least I know how to appease it. So, like, I'll take it. All I'm saying is that maybe it's not just today. Maybe it has been the entire time. Maybe it's just my destiny to be cursed every step of the way. Who knows? Who knows? I've certainly felt cursed. More times than I should have. But I don't know. I think it's a nice... It's a very mean thought to think, oh, it's the Hat Man. Because I haven't taken Benadryl in years. I have. Never seen the Hat Man. I mean, you'd have to take a lot to see the Hat Man. It takes a lot. But I've never seen the Hat Man. I genuinely have allergies. I can't say allergies. Allergy, singular. I have allergy. But, it would be mean if it was him. And a little confusing because of that. However, Hatsune Miku is cursing me. Now I'm comforted. Now it's like, okay, the world is good. The world is great. The world is okay. This is everything I could ever want in life. And I'm happy, I'm content, I'm fulfilled. So, I don't know. Flip a coin. And I really hope it's not the Hat Man. Oh, fun fact. Just out of nowhere. I actually set one of my channel redeems to be fun facts because I noticed that I was doing it out of nowhere, and I'm like, you know what, I can make use of this, but I'll just give some for free anyway. I can't stop myself. It will torment me until I say it. Anyway, fun fact, I do have allergies. I have allergy. We made that clear. I have allergy. And the fun fact is you can get allergies at any point, like spontaneously. No matter if you have doesn't matter family history, doesn't matter, like, whatever it is. My mother is extremely lactose intolerant, and that just happened out of nowhere. It's like the previous day, she drinks a glass of milk. Ah, yeah, this is cool, this is great. Next day, she drinks a glass of milk. She's about to shit herself. It can just happen at any moment. My spontaneous allergy is I'm actually allergic to cats. And I grew up in a household of cats, and I still lived with my parents when I got this allergy. So you bet I was buying allergy pills and I was taking them every single day. And I've taken quite a variety, trying to figure out what works and what does not work. And Benadryl kind of sucks. It makes you sleepy. And it's actually kind of terrible. I do not recommend. Not like I should be making recommendations. I'm not qualified, but that's my 2 cents. It sucks. I don't like it. But I got cat allergies, and then I proceeded to absolutely change nothing about my behavior other than, oh, I wake up, I take an allergy pill. So I stopped sneezing, and I stopped being itchy, because my face would be itchy. I'd be sneezing. It's probably worse because I think the reason why my face was itchy was because I would literally go and kiss my cats on the head. I would rub my face in their fur. My cats are very affectionate, and I'm very affectionate back to them. So having an allergy was kind of devastating when that ended up happening, but probably my fault. But also, my family's 2 cats, they would insist on sleeping in the same bed as me. One of them would sleep on my shoulder. I'm a side sleeper, so she'd sleep right on my shoulder, purr right up next to my face. Other one slept on my feet, because they hate each other. They absolutely hate each other. So like they'd sleep in the same bed for me, so they could be around me. But like not close to each other. Nah. I hate this other cat. And that's what they would do. And I dealt with that a couple years until I moved out, and I still have allergy pills on hand. Not Benadryl, but I do have other ones on hand. Not seeing the Hat Man anytime soon. Nuh-uh, not for me. But every time I go to visit family, I either have to take an allergy pill or I end up sneezing repeatedly the entire time. Because you'd think, oh, I have a cat allergy. Maybe I should, like, not... maybe I should not attempt to, like, submerge my face in their fur. Does that actually end up happening? No. No, I still do it. I still do it. It would take a lot to stop me. I love cats too much. I love cats too much. I would be devastated. It would be world ending. I would be so sad. Like, what do you mean I can never hug a cat again? No, that's not happening. Not on my watch. But that's why I've taken it. Okay, let's, yes, let me get on this right away. I'm gonna color the skin, and is that the right skin tone? It looks good enough. Looks good enough for me. Any of these colors are very off. It is yet another one of my curses to bear. I'm not colorblind, for the record. And I know that for a fact. And I know you can never truly know, but I mean, I've taken colorblind tests for fun, and I'm not colorblind. I can see colors fine. I'm just cursed with the inability to pick the right color. So, if this is like slightly off, don't worry about it. It's good enough. Good enough, and that's what matters. That's what matters. It needs to be functional. It needs to be functional. It doesn't need to be the best thing ever. It just needs to work. And work it is. Work it is. Okay. Colors, yes. They're good enough. They're good enough for me. And I'll take that. I will take that any day. Let's see. Color, yes. Oh god, the amount of colors I'm going to have to put on this outfit is also... I should finish coloring the skin. Am I going to? Nah. It will be done in a minute. I just realized this is the exact same color as the hair. So I can just color that in here. And then wonderful, amazing, perfect. It works. It's functional. This is a very simple color palette. Somewhat, kind of, enough. But to answer your question, I feel like I didn't answer it properly. Maybe it's this stream particularly, or maybe I've been cursed the entire time. If it's this stream in particular, I'll accept that. I feel like if I'm cursed by Hatsune Miku, I feel like it's like the highest honor one can get. Like, wow, I incurred your wrath and you're cursing me, of all people? Whoa. Whoa, it must be special for you to do all that? Oh my god. But also kind of like Tuck's hair behind ear. Oh my god, she noticed me. I'm never saying that again, that was terrible. Okay, the colors, yes. They're working out, yes. There were many points that I was going to say at the beginning of the stream when I was giving my Miku Expo review. I didn't even give a review, I just said what happened. I just gave like the order of events, I gave the summary. There were a bunch of things I was going to say. The one thing I didn't say about this song specifically, Magical Cure, Love Shot, by Sawtown. Really good song, really cute, very like idol-y. It's nice, it's nice. I actually really like it, I'm really happy that it got brought back. One thing I will say. It's the sort of song where the choreography really like sticks in your head. I feel like the older I get, the more I feel like my imagination is getting better and better by the day because I've gotten very good at visualization. And sometimes I'll listen to music and then I'm just like blasted with like the mental image of whatever is like associated with this. And every time I listen to the song, this choreography, where all this is from. I'm just blasted with that, and that is because there's a specific part that is there's like 2 seconds in which the dance is like, wow, that looks exactly like how it went in Shikisei Loli Requiem, the one by Shikure Ui. That song that was really popular like a year or two ago. I think like a year ago at this point, probably. I think. And there's just a little part in the song, in the dance, that looks like that, and it is stuck in my head. It haunts me. I have played Project Diva for years. I have played it for a decade at this point, and especially F-Seconds, the one I started with, I played a lot. And there are literally songs where I think of it, and when I think of it, it's like I'm haunted with the muscle memory of how to play the chart on the hardest difficulty. And it's like, okay, I'm just trying to listen and chill to the song, but it's like, I'm just cursed with the image of like star notes, a bunch of them. Gotta flick the analog stick. And it's like a muscle memory, but like not. Cause it's not moving. It's just like, you're like very vividly visualizing moving. It's very strange. I don't know why that's happened more and more as I become an adult. Likely because I'm able to better focus on things. I am able to be a better visualizer, but it's weird. It's fucking weird. On the bus yesterday on my way to Miku Expo, I was listening to a bunch of music, and it was all either songs from past Miku Expos, or it was songs from Project Diva that are therefore possible to be in Miku Expo. And I'm listening to all that, and I'm just like, there's 2 of them in particular, MV Catwalk and Luka Luka Night Fever, that I was thinking, where it's like, you're just chilling, you're just on the bus listening to this music, and it's like you feel it in your thumbs. You're like, oh, I can feel the exact chart that's in this game. You can feel it. And that's probably a sign that you should stop playing it, that you've played it too much, but also, it's fun. And I quite like that game. So, it works. It works out. I'm gonna take a sip of water. For the record, the water that doesn't have chemicals, the one I like grabbed from the sink. Chemical water I'm not touching. I will wash that cup after the stream. It does have chemicals in it. I tasted it. There's Lysol in there. I'm now out of water, so next time I need to take a sip, I'm kind of screwed. But that's not now. That's later. By a little bit. It's a little bit later. So, do I need to worry about it? Yeah. Do I need to worry about it right now? No. It'll be fine. It'll work out. It'll work. Oh, chemical water. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. The raid and the everything else happened after that. Hi. Before stream, I was cleaning my desk. I didn't say the reason why I was cleaning my desk, so let me say that too, because it's also terrible. So, I get home. I'm very hungry. And also, I had to be on the bus at 11 p.m. and like things are closed. And if I missed that bus, I was kind of fucked. So I couldn't like wait and like try to find a fast food restaurant. I had to be on that bus. So I was very hungry by the time I got home. I had not eaten in quite a while. And by the time I got home, I just want food like immediately. So I go to make myself a peanut butter sandwich. And I do that, and I make it, and how did this happen? I'm gonna be real with you, I do not remember, but through some sort of events, I go to check my street passes. I go to put it down. I put it down on the plate containing the sandwich, peanut butter, on my 3DS. I decide, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this right now. I go to bed. It's morning. I have to stream today. There's peanut butter on my desk. What the fuck? So, I have to go clean that. However, before doing that, I prepare myself a lovely cup of water, nice and refreshing. And when I drink the water, I just think, like, you know, it might be, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine, right? It's not. I taste it. I am blasted with the flavor, a little bit of hint of Lysol, and it's like, wow, I can't be drinking that. Because, for stream, it's like, oh god, I have to stream. There's peanut butter on my desk. I have to clean everything. What the fuck? So I get that done. I clean it. And then, I did not think it would affect my water. It did. Did I still swallow that sip? Yes. Should I have, if there's any poor effects, it's either gonna hit me in 24 hours and in 20 years. So, I'll be fine. Okay, yeah, basically. Yeah. Probably not the story you wanted, but that is the true story of what happened. I honestly think I was just tired and I set it down wrong and completely missed the fact that there was a plate there. Because, you know, people still, one thing I'm very happy about is that to this day, people still end up bringing their 3DS to events. And I'm always very, very happy when that happens. Because when they take it to events, lovely, amazing. Oh my god, I have street passes. And, used to be able to go to a convention and get like hundreds if in a weekend if you were like on top of it. Versus nowadays, you're lucky to get 10. At even the most popular events, you are lucky to get 10. If you get 10, it's like you're a saint. And I got 7 in one day. So I'm like, whoa, a lot of people brought it. I'm so happy. I'm always so happy when people bring it out, and that's why I still bring it out to events. I usually pack a console in my bag when I go out, because I take the bus a lot, and it's not like I'm doing anything else at that time, so I'll play a little game or two. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I just do something else, but it's an option, it's there, it's in my bag. And with my 3DS, I forget to charge it, so I only take it out to events because of that. Usually what I take is my PS Vita, because the battery is incredible. The battery is like a godsend. I love it. I have literally actually lost that thing on the bus, and I had to have one of my friends pick it up from Lost and Found because she was in the area anyway. So she picked it up from the Lost and Found booth. Thankfully, they had it. It wasn't gone forever. I still have it in my possession. Thank God. But she goes to pick it up, and she's like, hey, do you mind if I like play this for a little bit? And I'm like, go off. Have fun. That's absolutely more than fine. I get it back. It's not dead. And by that time, it had been out of my possession for 3 weeks. Note that I'm the only one of the chargers. She doesn't have access to a charger. It's the 1000 model, so it's a proprietary charger. She couldn't have charged it. It's not dead at all. And it comes back to me. It's like 18%. It had been 3 weeks. I am astounded. So, yeah, that's why I take my Vita out places, because I can literally just not use it for weeks and it will still be charged. But if I use my 3DS and it's in sleep mode, that will die in... Give it 24 hours and it will be low battery, even if it's just in sleep mode. Street Pass was a good thing, but I mean, it also kind of went to that. Battery's not great on the 3DS, unfortunately. Okay, this is a bunch of little, like, pink details. Part of it is the skirt? Question mark? Yeah. Okay. There's, like, part of the skirt that's pink, but, like, only part of it. Actually kind of strange. Okay. This part is, and then the rest of it is not. That little chunk, that's it. That's all that's pink. I'm really trying to figure out, like, how do your clothes work? What's going on here? I think I've got it. Okay. The very light pink. Definitely got it. Okay. I genuinely haven't drawn fan art in so long that I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. I hope everyone is having a blast as well. I used to draw back in the day, and then I stopped drawing for a while. And setting all this up, I ended up drawing a lot. However, it was only pretty much only for I have a use case for us. So drawing for fun is like, this is invigorating. This is invigorating. I actually love this. I have not done this in so long. It might as well be like years of drawn fan art. I'm having a blast. Everything is going good. And that's how everything works. I don't think that texture on the jacket's good, but we're working with what we have. Working with what we have, and it's working pretty good. It's working pretty good. Let me get everything. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a bunch of color layers, and I'm gonna have no idea what color is on what layer, but it's working out. I haven't gone confused yet, so that means I can still add more color layers that I have no idea what color it's on. I can just keep. I'm not confused yet. I can just keep going. This thing that's a square, I'm looking at my reference and I genuinely have no idea what shape that is, so I guess it's a square. I have no idea what this is either. It's... I genuinely do not have a clue what shape that is, but that's fine. That's okay. I've got it. It's like our fucked up heart the way I drew it. But I zoom in and it's like, what is that? The fuck? What am I looking at here? So, I mean, it's good though. It's good though. I've got it. I've got a handle on things. If it's not the right shape, who cares? Still looks good, and that's what matters. She can have unfathomable shapes on her. That's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is. Okay. I have the shirt all colored in. Okay, that's all good. And then I just have the blue on the sleeves here. This, like, the edges are supposed to have, like, this nice, light, fluffy texture. And I really have not shown that, like, whatsoever. It's very, very much, like, not apparent at all. But that's okay. That's okay. Everything can be fixed later. Everything can be fixed later, honestly. If it's kind of fucked now, it'll be fine. It'll be good. Everything will be fine. I've got it covered. That purple? Looking purple. Looking purple. I said that like I was confused. Like I didn't know what purple is. I know what purple is. It's just like... This image is like 400 by 600 pixels. I don't know what I'm... And what else is purple? The skirt. Amazing, lovely, stunning, show-stopping. Skirt's actually really cute. I actually really like it. Too bad you can't see most of it, but so it goes. So it goes. Let's get this going. And it will look fine. I think I can definitely feel my energy dropping. I think... Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. I will be back with it. I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes, get my energy back, and I'll fix this. Everything will be good. Everything will be fine. I'm gonna head to the be right back screen. I'm gonna, like, make another cup of tea, head to the bathroom, throw together, like, the quickest thing I can eat. Give me, like, 3 minutes and I'll be back. Hi, hello, I'm back. I did not spontaneously combust, so that's good. Okay, it's on. Okay, I spilled boiling water everywhere. That's sorted now, so it's good, it's good, it's good. I did not combust. I'm still... Oh, I'm good, I'm good. Not on me, on the floor. The floor is fine too. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not gonna lie to you. My motor skills are not there. They're not there. Something's up with them. What's up with them? I couldn't tell you. Something's up with them. I am very clumsy. But I don't need to be worrying about that right now. It's all good. sorry for the worrying. I just wanted to give the reason why it took so long. But everything is good. Everything is good. I have my tea that I will now not be able to drink for 7 billion years while it cools. But I have it. My energy will now come back to me. Sometimes you can just feel your energy like slipping away from you and you need to eat a bite of food, and then it's like, okay, give me like 5 minutes and I'll feel like a person again. I will have enough energy to like do things. And sometimes it just hits you out of nowhere. But that's another thing. In any case, Miku's back. She didn't spite me while I was gone. That would have been very bad. If she were to smite me while I went to take a break. But I'm back. I'm alive. Clearly, I must have been given some sort of mercy. So, I mean, I'm still here. That's good. Everything's good. I am back. While I went to go do that, I was thinking of like, oh, these eyebrows are not it. Okay, here we go. While I was gone for a little bit. Thank you for waiting. By the way, my energy's back. I'm recovered. If I am low on energy, it will come back very shortly. But I was thinking of like, oh wait, previous Miku events I've been to. So if there are any Miku events in the area, I'll be there. Free Miku event, I'm there. You tell me, I'm there. If I can make time for it, I will. In any case, the first one I went to, an unofficial Miku event. This was last year's Anime North. I end up seeing a message that's like, if you go to like this specific parking lot, we have a projector. We're gonna run a little fan concert. And I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'll be there. That's so fun. So I go there. And like I'm trying to head there, like I'm looking for the right number. And it's starting to get to like the back of the parking lot. And the parking lot at this convention center is absolutely huge. So I'm just kind of like, dude, this feels like I'm gonna get jumps. Like I know it's not going to, but like I'm just here like, this is literally the sketchiest thing I've ever done. I mean, I've done worse, but this is pretty sketchy. And then I end up going there, and like they do indeed have this huge ass projector, and there's just like, they ended up having like, there are people dancing with light sticks trying to make like their light shows. They had like, it's like a fan made concert, and that was an absolute blast. And I have since been to several of those events. One of which being a screening for a little fan screening of one of the concerts in Japan. One of the person running it had been there and decided, you know what, the show was great. I'm gonna like show it to a bunch of people back home. So we all got to see it. It was literally in someone's house. Absolute stranger. But I went. And it was fine, and everything worked out. I went, and it was actually so iconic because all of it has been, you know, just like, because it's put on by Krypton, it's just gonna be Miku, and then all the other ones they own. So like Luca, Meiko, Kaito, Len, Ren, Miku. It's just gonna be those 6. There was a concert in Japan last year where they played Mesmerizer. And one thing about that is that has Kasane Teto in it. And so, for the first time in 15 years, it hit history that Kasane Teto was in an official Vocaloid concert. And my god, was it a blast to actually like it was just a fan screening in someone's place, you know, like whatever, it's not special, but it was such a blast. It was so special. Like the rest of it was fun too, but like actually just seeing that was like we're seeing history happen. That's crazy. Because it's something they would never let happen of anyone else. There's also quite a few, I think Nico, like the video website, the YouTube alternative, whatever. They put on one in like 2016, and that one quite silly. But it has a bunch more of the Vocaloids, and that too is a blast to watch. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I'm gonna get a drink. I don't know how to explain it. It's like what I ate. It's like my mouth is thick. I just drank a sip of water. That should be fine. That's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that. Ignore that. Anyway, in any case, let's get back to this. Yes. Let me get the little highlights here is what I'm like really like. Yeah, this is gonna look fine, I guess. I think the sort of the line art here is really making it weird. So I think fixing this up, I might have to remove these lines. I think so. I think that's the plan. It's kind of like, yeah, I planned this out, but now, gone, banished. You're not important anymore. I have better things that need to be done. That being just the color. No, nothing surrounding the color. Just color. Here it is. Color in the eye. And that looks so much better already. It's just a small fix, and it changes so much. And I'm happy about that. Okay, that is... Go. Be fine. And then just like that, everything looks so much better. I think it's going pretty good, pretty well. I'm really happy about it. Yep, okay. There we go. The stars in the eyes are just so cute. I love it. Okay. And the rest of the outfit is... This was like pink, right? I think this was like pink. Yeah. Those straps are just so cute. Hi, welcome in. What do I think of Teto? I actually really I really like her. I think her voice is awesome. I think it's really cool that people are making so many good songs with her nowadays. Like whenever I see a new song release and it's featuring Kasane Teto, I actually get really excited because a lot of them are really good. My personal opinion on that is, I'm actually not the biggest fan of Synthesizer V. Like I really like it. I really like a lot of the vocals, but I actually prefer Vocaloid because I do prefer that more. I'm getting so excited. I'm talking so fast. Sorry. I'm a much bigger fan of the more roboticness. So in my opinion, I actually much prefer her Utao voice bank, and I really like when songs have use the Utao voice bank, especially nowadays. What's my favorite Teto song? Let me have a little think about that. Because my favorite song in anything is always changing. I feel like I'm bad at having favorites. But off the top of my head, if I had to say, off the top of my head, A Hymn to the Decadent Life. Which I do think, actually, if memory serves, I do think that uses her Utao voice bank. Oh, I like Synth V Teto, because if any Vocaloid Utao, whatever, deserves to be real, it's Teto. True. That is true. I mean, she's been through so much. She absolutely deserved that one. And I feel like it really boosted her popularity, which I'm also happy about, you know? And like, the voice bank is good. It's just more realistic ones are just I think they're good. They're not my preference, if that makes sense. But I do really like it. She's the most backstory and, if you will, general personality. I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, thank you for asking. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I love how that was like the first thing you went to ask. I'm actually so happy about that. A true Teto fan. You never rest. You gotta spread your propaganda, get your opinions, if you will. No, I do like song. I've never heard that one actually. You know what? If I do not have a piece of paper on me. As long as I do not spontaneously forget, which is a real chance. So like 90% chance. I will look at that as soon as I'm done stream, because I want to hear it. It's the original Teto song, or regarded as such. It's what Machine Love is a tribute to. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So like her demo song, I'm guessing. I've never actually... I will say, I have not actually listened to as many of the demo songs as I should. I usually kind of just wait until like the voice bank, like people are actually buying them, and then listen to that. But I feel like I really should. Off the top of my head, I really like Pokken Color. This is like Tonerion. This is another voice bank. This is Vocaloid, but Pokken Color, is actually one of my favorite demos for a voice bank ever. I really like it. The other one would be Synthesizer V Solaria. Aura by Ghost was also like a fucking banger. It's like, goddamn, this is a demo song? That's crazy. Oh my god. And I really like that. I really like that one as well. No, not even. Oh, okay. I will need to look into that as well. I'm like... I feel like I am lost on like the lore. I feel like I'm like kind of getting it, but like there's a little bit where it's like, okay, I need to look into that. I need to look into that as soon as I can, because I am very, very, very curious about that. But Utao, I am not that. I don't listen to it as much usually. When I do, especially not a lot of original songs. Teto is like the most I've listened to in terms of like original songs. I do listen to a lot of Utao covers, in particular, but in terms of just original songs, it's mostly Vocaloid originals, or like the occasional Synthesizer V visual original, are the ones I tend to listen to. But that's just me. That's just what I'm usually up to. But there's a couple of Utao voice banks in particular that I've been like super obsessed with. There's a couple in particular super obsessed with. I really like Ruko, specifically male Ruko. Some of the covers on that go absolutely hard. Another one which has been in Vocaloid 6 now is a lot of the new ones. I really like, but specifically one that I hope to see used more often with the Vocaloid 6 voice bank, but I have been really looking into like the Utao covers, is Gekiyaku. I also really like. Song of the Robot's Ear is a 2008 song and was Teto's first wholly original song. It's about wanting to find love, but you're burned by a foul sicko prophecy that no matter what, people just leave you someday. You know what? That's actually really wholesome. Oh, I look forward to listening to that. Let me actually, I just realized what I can do. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go in my another tab and I'm just gonna paste it. I'm like, oh, I don't have a piece of paper to write it on. I don't need paper. I'm on a computer. There we go. I will get on that as soon as I can. I'm so curious. I always really love seeing new ones. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Thank you. I feel like I've just been through a test and I just gave the right answer. That's what this feels like, but yay, I got it right. I feel like my answer was satisfactory. Yay. But I've been into Vocaloid since I was 12, and there's a lot of it that's kind of like, as in, like, you get really into Vocaloid, and then like the other voice bank programs just kind of come with that. If you're into it deep enough, like, you will hear the other ones. It's actually interesting to see just how many producers nowadays end up switching to synth V. It's always really amusing when I see that, and it's like, oh, it's like they got another one. But it does feel like the new Vocaloids have been declining in popularity. I have not listened to it yet, but I did see that there's a new Miku V6. And it's something I need to get to, but I'm also very excited to see what that looks like. I want to hear what the difference is. I want to hear how that sounds. Because when Krypton ended up like pulling out Vocaloid and being like, we're just gonna use our own thing now, you have to buy our software. And like seeing that, and then seeing oh my god, like now there's Vocaloid 6 Miku. It's really like, oh, okay, damn, sales must have sucked if y'all are doing this. Oh my god. But at the same time, I am very excited to see that. I mean, Vocaloid 5, to my knowledge, was not it was mostly kind of a failure compared to the previous ones, like compared to like Vocaloid 4 and all that. So I guess kind of seeing the others, seeing Vocaloid 6 and seeing all the voice banks made for it is like, oh my god, this is really exciting. I kind of hope that a lot of these do well, because there are, like, you know, a lot of them, like the Vocaloid 6 beta ones that ended up being from Utao, but at the same time, there's also, I've seen I saw some for the Zola project. I feel like I've not kept up to date as much as I wanted to. I've not been up to date as much as I've wanted to. There's a lot of things where it's like, I feel like I have a bunch of information on it as it was like years ago. And then I just like forget to keep up on it. And then it's been like, oh shit, it's been 4 years. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, this is recent. I'm so caught up. And it's like, I have not looked into this in the past 4 years. And it always throws you for a loop. Like, oh, there's a lot I've missed, but it will be like with everything. And that's sort of what I've been with a lot of voice banks, is like, I'll see them and I'll be like, damn, it's been a while since I kept up to date. I never intended to let it take this long. I like synth V for the purposes of TED. I was not bashing on any other vocal synth, but I will say I got a huge discount on Vocaloid because I'm a Splice user. Oh, that's really good, actually. Hell yeah. Oh, so you actually use it. Oh, that's actually even more exciting. Oh my god, that's so cool. I did dabble a little bit with Trials back in the day. But I am not one for making music. It is a skill I would like to acquire. But it's also something where it's like, there's a lot of skills that would be like, oh yeah, this is really cool, but I'm essentially starting from nothing. And it kind of feels daunting to pick up a new skill in that regards. But I would like to. But also it's kind of like, I feel like first I would need to get a handle on like, okay, like how does the music making process work? And then work with that. And then once I did that, sort of like jump into that would probably be my go. But that's just me. This place is really good. Sampling service made by Expo Records. Has a rent to own. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. I mean, I have listened to other synth V vocals. I like a lot of them, actually. Like, the vocals themselves are really good. My thing about synth V is more like I like the vocals. It's just like, I feel like I yearn for more. I feel like it's starting to get uncanny how realistic they are. I think that's my deal with it, if I had to pinpoint it. But I do actually really like listening to it. My favorite from synth V has to be Asterion, just because, like, genuinely, I have never heard a voice like that in any of the vocal synth programs. Like his voice is so good. I love it. I love it. I wish I saw more that used him. But, you know, there's a lot of voice banks where it's like, oh, this is really cool. I really wish I saw people using this more because I would love to hear more of this. But that's my thing. Okay, let me, I needed to, I feel like I get so onto something and I'm like, wait, I was drawing. Right, there was a list of things I had to do, and let's get onto that. Right, belt. She does have a belt. There we go. Belt, and the, I'm trying to think, like, what in the world? The mouth. I think it's just copying this, making it really red. I think that's gonna be the go. I think that's really gonna be the go. I'm like hoping and praying that this looks decent. Oh, that's why. That's not quite the color, but that's close. I think like slightly pinker and lighter is my go here. I'm curse of not being able to color match, honestly. My personal affliction. But oh god. Curse of not being able to color match, for real. I'm looking at this like, what is a color that looks decent? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna adjust that, make that more red here. I think that's working out. It's more pink than I wanted to, but looks fine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I've got it. Hopefully when I buy Synth Tattoo, I can do her justice. I hope so. That's actually really exciting. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you can do her all the justice you want to do her, and more. She deserves it, honestly. I mean, I've never used Utao, but technically, there is a version out there that you can just use. But that is my own propaganda, if you will. My Utao Teto propaganda. Also, I used to draw like you, and if there's anything I miss, the ability to actually finish a piece. True, yeah, I definitely get you on that. I have an embarrassing amount of work in progresses, but funny enough, I feel like starting streaming was actually the one thing that actually got me to finish my work in progresses, because now I have like reason to, I guess. So I actually end up finishing things now, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I never used to be able to do that. But it's still something fairly new to me to like have the ability to finish things and not just like, oh yeah, I should do that. I should finish it, and then it like never happens. It's a fairly new feeling, and it's very freeing, but it's also very difficult. Especially when you either have a bunch of ideas, and it's like, oh, I would love to do this. I would love to be able to do this idea too. I would love to do this idea. And then you don't finish the previous one, or it's like, oh yeah, I should do this, like at the beginning, and then it doesn't get done. I think it's because I set deadlines on some things now. And some things I'm just like, oh yeah, I should get this done, and then like I actually panic and have to rush it when I actually need it. So it can go both ways. Kind of odd looking at this in a way of just how similar it feels to my old work. I mean, a lot of this is I did not used to really draw much. I did it when I was younger, and then, you know, you become an adult, you get a job and all that, and then you just kind of lose a lot of that. And then starting this was like, oh, okay, I'm drawing a ton now. And then I figured out, like, wait a second, I didn't know I loved drawing this much. It felt like coming back to an old friend. It's like I had no idea I even liked drawing this much. And so now I end up drawing a lot. Not just because, like, you know, art streams, you learn and improve. while you're here, but also like even off stream, I end up drawing a lot because now I figured out like, wait a second, I actually really, really enjoy this. Like, wow. But also I have not, I spent so long not really doing much drawing that it is definitely very, very amateurish. So I can see how it would look like a lot of people's old work. Um, I don't have that sort of like practice built in, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and then it gets better. Most of the time when I make it, I'm not gonna say like every piece is better than last, but a lot of the time, like in general, overall, you look at it and it's like, oh wait, this is so much better than my old work. And then I have files from years ago, and I look at that and it's like, there's so much improvement. That's like crazy. It's not even a difference. The thing is, with every piece of my saying, okay, these shapes need to fit this way and flowing on the side. Yeah, no, I get you on that. I get you on that, for real, for real. I feel like God, earlier in the stream, I was spending so much time. Early in the stream, I was spending so much time kind of like trying to figure this out. Her arms for like a solid 20 minutes kind of were reading either Swole Macho Guy or Hospital. And this was kind of the point where it's like, you know, I can just throw the jacket on it. This is fine enough. This is fine enough. Like, I've spent so long on this that it's like, I can't keep doing this. But also, I am not that practiced in human anatomy, so like I can kind of picture how shapes work, but a lot of it is like, oh, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? And you kind of just have to picture it in like the shapes and like go like, how do these shapes go together? How do I piece these together? What am I doing here? That's the reason I do it. Now, the reason why I stopped doing it isn't because of lack of motivation, it's because I know I have the technical ability. My body fights me and it's strong. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That is as valid as as valid of an excuse as you can get, honestly. I mean, while I was preparing for a debut, I'm gonna be honest, I did have a couple days where I was trying to like rush something, and I literally started having a couple days where I would like my wrist would cramp. And like I would try to keep going because like, oh, I told myself I would do it by this date. I told myself I'd keep doing it by this date. And like I didn't draw that much, and I'm still young, so I don't get that very often, but I have gotten that, and it's always like, oh god, this is horrible, this is dreadful. I didn't expect this to happen, but like also that's kind of what happens if you spend like really long days drawing. And there was once in a while where it's like, oh, okay, I was trying to meet this deadline that I imposed upon myself, and then I didn't. It's time to panic. Yearn for the airlessness that I once had because when I've aim. I mean, I think the sort of pro strat there, honestly, the way I do it, right? Because I often get really upset with my work. The way I try to think about it is, if it sucks, it sucks. At least I did it. And I mean, like, that's obviously not going to solve every single problem, but it's definitely gotten me through a lot of things where I'll find reasons to be upset with it. I'm like, oh, this isn't great. This isn't great. I'm not a fan of this. And it's like, well, at least I did it. I don't know if that's gonna apply for you, but that's what definitely gets me through a lot of it. Get more whimsical? Yeah, that's really good advice, actually. I found that I generally going back to random sketches with crayons. Oh, that's a good strategy, actually. Oh, that's fun. I feel like, God, I haven't touched crayons in years, personally, to be honest. Not, like, they are a very cheap supply, and it wouldn't be difficult to. It's just like, I feel like I tend to think in more of like, oh, if I'm spending this money, what is practical? What is the most useful thing to get? Like, what am I gonna get use on? Crayons feels really nice, actually. I kind of want to do that, too. Um, I feel like this is like I, I'm new to a lot of things. I'm still figuring things out, but you know what? I was gonna say some slang, and then it hit me like, man, I should stop saying slang that I like only half get. I should stop doing that. It doesn't sound good coming from me, so I'm gonna let that rest. I'm gonna let that rest. Yes. Fun and whimsy. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. One thing I've been trying for my own art is like, I need to find a way to make this have more joy and whimsy. That's what I need to find. Cause it's like, I feel like the older I get as well, the more I end up thinking, like, you know what I really want at the end of the day? I just want to get more silly. That's what I need to do. I need to get more silly, and I have no idea. It's like I just woke up one day and I'm like, you know, I've been missing my life. I haven't been silly enough. I haven't been silly enough in this life, so I need to keep being more silly. And joy and whimsy is always a great way to do that. But I feel like it's like, oh yeah, I need to make my art more silly, and then I end up stuck on ways to make it more silly. My art, I feel like I need to make this more flow. It's too stiff. None of action isn't doing anything. Yeah, so like, you know what? I agree with Coda here. It really does sound kind of like, yeah, be whimsical, be silly. Cause like, yeah, it really does feel like when you're trying to draw something and then it's like, oh, like this is not great, this is not what I wanted. But I mean, that can be improved on with time and practice. I mean, I'm not the, like, this is, my art is very immature, so I can't speak much on that, but, I think more people in general just need to be more silly with everything that you do. But yeah, I definitely get the demons as well that are like, oh, this is so bad, this is so bad, this is not how this works, this is not how any of this works. And sometimes the only thing I have to do is just sit down with myself and be like, okay, well, you can, like, it's, yeah, it's bugging me that's like, oh, this is wrong, but I'm not gonna do it if I'm only focused on like, okay, everything's wrong, everything's fucked up, this sucks, you know. So I think that is a part, and get more whimsy, be more silly. That kind of feels like interlocking to me personally, to me. I feel like it's hard to really embrace your mistakes, and that things, I think the other thing as well, you know how there's a lot of things where, let's say like something you read or a movie you watched, and it's like when you're a kid, it's like, this is the best thing ever. And then you go back as an adult and you're like, wow, this sucks. I don't know why I liked it. As our abilities improve, so does our ability to detect things in what needs to be done, and sometimes that advances better, a lot faster than our technical ability. But it is always growing as well, and like, sometimes you need to like, it's like, it is good to be able to tell when things aren't great and how that ability is advancing, but also sometimes you need to kick yourself like, okay, time and place, that this is not the time, this is not for now. Like, yeah, this is not great, but it's something I can work on. I don't know. I hope this is like, I'm not the best at giving advice, but it sounded like you needed some, so I hope any of this makes sense. I'm just like reading it and it's like, yeah, I can really get that. I get that too. I mean, like, honestly, I drew my own model, I rigged my own model. I'm just gonna redraw. That is fair too, I feel like you can hit a point where it's too many redraws. I spent years not debuting, because I kept redrawing my fucking model because it's always like, this sucks. I don't like this. I need to do this again. And this is my third model that I've done. The other two have never been completely rigged because I was like, okay, I've improved my skill. I'm not happy with this anymore. So I would just keep redrawing and I would keep redrawing and I would keep redrawing. And like, am I happy with this one? No, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not. I'm happier than I was with the previous ones, but I'm still not completely happy with it. And it's like, yeah, I really wish to do another one, but I finished it. At the end of the day, I finished it. And it took me a while, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of this that I do not like, but I'm going to finish it anyway. And then I can adjust things later. There's always a point where I can adjust things. So, it's like more serious advice would give us. That's good advice. I've said this earlier in the stream, but I feel like for me, it's something I really struggle with. Like doing studies, I feel like I'm a really like process-based learner where I have to have like a reason to do it, and then I'll like learn whatever skills are necessary for it. But like learning it ahead of time doesn't get done for me. But that's just a me thing. But studies, like, yeah, they suck ass to do, but like they work. They work. I've legitimately like, I have the few times in which I do sit down and I'm like, I'm gonna try to study how this works. It ends up improving things like tenfold. I'm gonna be completely honest. I forgot I was supposed to mute my mic before I take a sip. I'm just gonna sip some tea. Drinking tea at the perfect temperature during a stream feels like a luxury that I never get to have. It's either fucking cold or it's so hot I can't drink it. This is like, I mean, it's not great tea, but it's heaven. It's heaven. I just ran out of tea, so I just picked up some more, and I'm super happy about that. I just picked up some more. It's, I think the Tim Hortons tea bags fucking suck. I'm not gonna lie to you, but, it was on clearance, and it was a good price, so I gave it another try, and it's not the best mint tea I've ever had, but the mint tea is not bad. The apple cinnamon, has no flavor, but the mint tea, it's mint tea. I feel like you can't mess that up a lot, so I finally have another box. I don't need to worry about like, no, I'm out of tea. Oh no, because I know full well that if I try to get myself to drink a bunch of water, yeah, that's better for me, but I'm gonna end up drinking less liquid overall. And if it's something where I'm talking a lot and I need to drink liquid, that's not happening. It's not happening. Having tea on it genuinely makes me drink more liquid. Made a list of myself with different studies, different goals. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Setting an hour to do it especially feels like a good strategy. Okay, so I have like I feel like I'm trying to analyze it, trying to figure out like okay, like what is the advice I can give based on what the problem seems to be the most. But personally for me, I'm just gonna say some stuff, and if it applies to you, great. If it doesn't apply to you, well, hopefully it'll help someone, but if not, I mean, like, not everything's gonna help everyone, right? But personally for me, I have ADHD, and it's really bad. It's really bad. It's difficult to do a lot of things, but definitely, like, it reminded me, like, setting an hour to do it. I feel like definitely the technique of, like, okay, I'm gonna do this for a very short amount of time, and then after this, I don't have to do it anymore, legitimately also really helps. There are so many things where it's like, I literally have timers on my phone sometimes where it's like, oh, I don't want to do this task. However, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. And if I don't want to do it, it depends on like how important the task is and how much I don't want to fucking do it, on how long the timer is, and like whether or not I just say I'm not gonna do this today, or whether or not I just take a break for a while. Some tasks you have to do. Like, if I have to do my dishes and like I am struggling with it, and I set a timer of like, okay, you only have to do this for 10 minutes. It's never really like after 10 minutes you're done. It's like after 10 minutes, go take a break and you can do something else for a little while and we can try again later. Some things like that, some things it's like permanent. The 90-20 rule I've actually never heard of. I'm a little bit curious about that. But I tend to set timers, and sometimes it is legitimately like I have the will to do things now that I've started. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just not vibing with that right now. It's like, okay, I really needed to do this task and I do not want to do this at all. I cannot stand it. I'm going to procrastinate this forever. However, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and then I can do something else after that 10 minutes. And sometimes it really isn't that deep. Like, it's not time sensitive. It's like a hobby thing. I've literally had videos where I've edited the audio this way because I didn't want to edit the audio. And then I just did that. I just set the timer a bunch of times until I end up finishing it because I really did not want to do that. And sometimes it legitimately is like, okay, 10 minutes is up. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I told myself after 10 minutes, I don't have to do this anymore. And so I'm not going to do this anymore. And then like, I'll do the same thing tomorrow. But that's like things that aren't really required out of you. Sometimes you legitimately do have to like keep doing it over and over. It depends on the thing. I set my timer, and usually because I've set the timer, after it ends, I take my break and realize I want to keep going. That is true. I find a lot of the time, I struggle to take breaks personally because I feel like once I've lost that momentum, I'm gone. It's not happening again. I'm just straight up not doing that. But that's me. That's me. So sometimes it's like, I need to take a break, but I'm worried like I'm not gonna do this at all after I take the break. But definitely once I've started that thing, sometimes I end up like, it's like, okay, I need to get this done. And I'm just gonna do a little bit for 10 minutes, and then I end up going for hours until the step is done because it wasn't that bad. I actually, I just need the momentum to start. Learning session for 90 minutes, 20 minute break, repeat. Oh, okay. So basically, not the term I was going to use, but the only term I can think of is, okay, it's Pomodoro 2. So let's go with that. In my mind, yeah, that's Pomodoro 2. We're doing Pomodoro 2. That makes a lot of sense. The Pomodoro technique, I cannot get the numbers. Like, doing anything with the numbers exactly never ends up working for me, like the sort of very specific ones, but sort of doing it in vibes works for me. And I don't know how to explain Pomodoro but vibes, but it works. If you can figure out what the fuck that means, it works. It works. It legitimately works. Supposed to be using the peak efficiency of your brain. That is true. That is true. That is true. Kind of like the thing of after a while, how we have a peak productivity period, and how once we've reached that, we get less productive. Like, the study is on people's people who work 9 to 5s of oh yeah, 9 to 5s actually kind of suck. Because you're working for too long and you end up using less efficiency than if you work less. So you end up getting less done in the long term. Kind of like things like that. How you only have a sort of peak amount of focus you can do. It took me a while to figure out a good promo for myself, and I've ended up on 45. Work, 5 minutes short break, 10 minutes long break. That's actually really good, actually. I feel like I should do it more often. I feel like I should sort of set more timers to try to figure out okay, what is gonna work for me? But my biggest challenge is less the length of time, because no matter how long I set the break for, it's transitioning that's nightmarish. I don't know why. Making transitions to things is nightmarish, but again, Me problem. Me problem. Oh, but I have a bunch of things like that too. So in Canada, the weather is always really bad. Like all the time, it's terrible. It's to the point where like, oh, how's the weather? Is not small talk a lot of the time. Like I don't count it as small talk because a lot of the time it's a legitimate question. I've been asked that a lot of the time where it's like, oh, it's not, oh, how's the weather? And then it's like, oh, yeah, it's good. You? Like, it's a legitimate concern. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going outside and I have no idea what the fuck the weather is going to be. I need to know this so I can prepare. Like, you're the only reason, you're the only person that can help me. Like, a lot of time it is a genuine, like, oh, God, genuinely, what is the weather kind of request. But I have such a hard time adjusting to temperatures, and the seasons changing is a nightmare because I have a hard time adjusting from like, oh, I have to wear a jacket now to, oh, I can just wear a t-shirt now. And I end up weeks in constantly putting on the wrong type of layer. I just can't adjust. And it's been like that all my life, but I'm good with cold. So at least one way it works out. And the other way, I don't know, take off a layer if you can. Sucks if you have like, it sucks if you have like thick pants and it's like t-shirt and shorts weather, but like most of the time you can make it. Do you think maybe implementing Pomo for your students would be helpful? Okay. I would like that idea, actually. Okay, one thing I've used, obviously, like, you know, VTuber, where would I have got that from? Where would I have decided, oh, I really like this, why am I gonna do this? Other VTubers. Of course I watch other VTubers. Of course. Obviously. But one thing that really helped me setting up for debut was actually, specifically, the person I end up watching the most of, there were a lot of work streams I end up, like, listening to get things done, and it genuinely helped me out, like, a lot. Specifically, the one I end up settling for is, like, I watched most of, like, Petra Gurin from Nijisanji Ian's. I watched most of her work streams, because they were actually, like, vibing with. And it's like, okay, this works. Great. Okay, I'm gonna use that. And it's gonna go great. And so I actually have really liked work streams, and it's been an idea I've had. I just have not had ideas on how to implement it. But now that you've mentioned it, I will definitely also look into that. I think it would be really cool, especially like an art stream. Especially if I'm like doing something where it's like catch up. I think it would be really fun, especially because I've seen some of them where it's like they'll have timers on the screen itself, and I know there's a couple of like Twitch extensions that I can use for that. So I've seen them where it's on the screen itself that I would like to look into, where you can actually set the timers and have it visual, and so it's kind of like, you know, like if you're just chilling, if you're just here chilling, that's cool. But if you need to work, well, we can work together. And so it's like the streamer and the viewers are all working on stuff together, I guess, kind of getting things done. I think of art streams, it would be... It's been an idea specifically for art streams because it is the best way of being able to kind of show it. Because a lot of the time it's like, you know, like they're having times where it's like they're more focused on work, and they have times when they're more like super chatty, all of that. Having that with art streams feels really nice because then you can kind of see the work being done as you're doing that. I don't know, it's an I've kind of thought a little bit of it, of how to implement it, but I have not thought more in depth. And it does feel like, yeah, now's a good time to really sort of ponder, like, okay, how am I going to do this more in depth? Because I would actually really like to. I would actually really like to. That was a plan. When will that be done? I have no, like, ETA, but now I can look into it and figure that one out sooner rather than later. In timers and to-do lists, which seems so... I've never seen to-do lists, to be fair. But to be fair, I've not seen art ones. I've not watched actually art co-working streams. It's always been like... I've seen periods between like just chatting and between like actually doing things. The art one just kind of clicks for me more because I feel like also if I watch them myself, I know for a fact what is interesting and what is not interesting because I've used them myself. And there's a lot of them where I feel like the streamer will be too silent in the work parts, and like different things work for different people. Like some people genuinely work better when it's a more silent time for that time than there's like a bunch of talking otherwise. But if I feel like if I'm doing that, I want it to be something that would work for me, something that would be that legitimately if I were to use that, I would be able to do that. I feel like that's my style of a lot of things. Is like this is not gonna be for everyone, but if you're like me, it's probably gonna help you. And but I've never seen a to-do list, if that makes sense. God, collecting my I'm gonna take a sip so I can collect my thoughts. I'm not gonna lie, every single time on every single one of these streams throughout this past month and a half that I've said I'm gonna take a sip, I'm not gonna lie to you, 90% of the time, 99% of the time, it's not been a sip and I've been lying to avoid the fact that I chug my drinks. It's not a sip, I'm dead ass like downing like half the cup in one go. Let's see the chat. My oomph uses a to-do list one if you... Oh my god, thank you. I would actually love to see that. That would... Thank you so much. I'm actually so thankful. Thank you. I would genuinely, that would help a lot. I would love the reference. I feel like that also gives me an excuse to, you know what? Especially because I now have access to emotes, but I need to fix up the line art. And now I'm kind of like the gears are turning. I'm kind of thinking like, wait a minute. I feel like I can get, I'm just gonna call it market research. Is that what it is? No. But that's what I'm gonna call it, because I think it's a fun way to think about it. I'm gonna do market research, if you will, and I'm gonna watch a couple of other ones while I fix up the line art and get a better feel for, okay, now that I've started streaming and I have more of an idea in mind, okay, what are they doing particularly and what could I implement in my own streams? I think I'm gonna do that. For sure. I will be doing that. I will be. Honestly, thank you all so much. I'm actually really happy because there are quite a few ideas where it's like, oh yeah, this is an idea. I've thought about it a lot. But it's not in like the, oh shit, I'm gonna actually do this stage. It's just kind of in the sort of like, oh yeah, this is something I should look into. But I am a person, personally, where genuinely I feel like being told to do something or having something be suggested makes it further up on the priority list in my mind. It's kind of like, if it's just me, it can be anywhere on that list. But the moment someone else is like, oh yeah, this would be really cool, it's like, oh damn. Now I actually have to make this a bigger priority. It's actually the only reason why I made a reference sheet, I'm not gonna lie. I only made a reference sheet because before I started debuting, I was posting art and like ASMR shorts on my socials. Just like I was getting work done, but like while I did that, while I was preparing, you know, I was posting, you know, trying to get used to it, trying to like start this up. And someone messaged me to ask for my reference sheet. And I was like, okay, I definitely have a reference sheet. I go to search all the files on my external hard drive. I go to check on my actual computer. Nothing. I did have a couple reference sheets, but they were either the details were of so much of a previous version that I could not have possibly used it, or it was for, it just wasn't done. Like I had some of them which were half done. I had one of them of my model and a related character in the universe, which I have yet to do anything with or even reveal, but a related character. I have art of the two of them in which I literally only finished the reference sheet for the other guy. And I'm like, bro, how am I gonna finish the reference sheet for my programmer but not for myself? What the hell? I was actually a little disappointed when I did it, and I'm like, dude, you have priorities. This is not the priority. But at the time, my guess is the file creation was probably around the time I started making a design, and I just got so excited. Okay. I probably got so excited that I was like, you know what, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna make this design. It's gonna be so awesome. And then I only did the reference sheet for one. That's my guess. I'm gonna join your Discord and post what happens when I actually log. I am excited to see it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. Actually, I kind of just put it in the I put it in the socials here. I put it in my link pages. Only one of which is actually public. The other is just a work in progress, but like I did update the links. But I kind of just put it in there. I had a post I was supposed to make, and then I ended up being hit with unbearable fatigue, and I didn't end up posting it. And before stream, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like after stream, I'm gonna like give it an hour, let things settle. I'm gonna get that on there. So soon I'll have it where it's actually like, oh yeah, like I have a Discord now. Check it out if you'd like. So definitely today I'll get that. That's also a sort of thing where it's like, yeah, someone asked me to, so I did it. But to be fair, that was sort of my stance from the beginning. The whole time, because I was thinking like, oh yeah, a lot of people have this. Yeah, that's cool. And I was sort of thinking, okay, when would I implement that? And the answer ended up being when there's demand. And there ended up being demand like super quick, and I'm like, oh, okay, wow, I'm shocked, I'm surprised, wow. So I made one, but it was very specifically because I got asked, and I'm like, okay, fuck, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna make this thing, and then I didn't do it by the date I set, but I got done. But yeah, I basically just made that like. God, that was last week, I think. Yeah. So it's brand new. But it's chill. It's been nice. I'm gonna get the shading done on this. I think with the break idea as well. I think it would be nice to have a difference between like scheduled breaks where it's like I feel like during the long breaks, like yeah, of course, just chatting is a very good way to do it, but I think at the same time, I feel like I could probably end up going for longer, and I could end up building my ability to stream for longer and make it interesting for longer if I ended up doing that. But I ended up setting it where it's like with the long breaks, it's like, okay, here's like the long break where we're chatting. I'm gonna take like let's say the long break is like 20 minutes. It's like I'm gonna take 5 of those minutes, and I'm gonna like eat a food. I'm just gonna eat something really quickly, and I'm gonna like make sure everything's sorted. And I feel like it would help me do this better as well. What I've been doing is kind of like if I run out of energy, because I end up noticing like my energy levels just kind of drop. And then once I notice that, it's like, oh yeah, like I have to take a break like right now, actually. Or like I'm gonna have to end stream soon if I do not take a break right now. But so I feel like planning it out would also work really well. Over and all, that's a lot of words. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm really happy about that. I always like hearing suggestions. I did have a little. If it's ever wanted, there is. I technically do have integration added with a suggestion box. I had it for a little bit, and then I removed it, and I'm like, you know what? Not now. I can put that in back later. But if there's ever demand, I'll just put it back in. For, suggestions, ideas, comments. Because I do like hearing it. There are some suggestions where it's like, oh yeah, I can totally do that, and some suggestions where it's like, I'll keep that in mind if I'm not like able to. Like if people were to suggest like, oh yeah, like you should play this game, it's like I'm not exactly able to do that right now. But other things with like ideas like that, like totally, I can take that into account and actually like implement that. Like I love hearing it either way. I hope it makes things like a little more collaborative, I guess. Sort of like it is my hope that some of y'all can join me for this journey. I'm always trying to improve and learn and grow. So I'm happy about that. Okay, this is... There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Line art needs to be fixed up. Highlights do not exist, but for now, I think this might actually be the longest stream I've done so far. And we're ending on a high note, so thank you so much for coming. I think I'm gonna leave this here. I think a lot has been done. I'm really happy with the progress. I hope y'all like it. I think it's cute. Love the chance to I was weaponizing my ability to yap endlessly about something that just happened that I'm like, oh, I went to an event. I'm like, oh god, I need to yap about this. So I was like, you know what? Miku stream. I just went to Miku stream it. And then I spent the first like hour straight not shutting up about it. I knew that would happen. Alright, I will check that literally right after the stream. I don't have it open when I stream in any case. I'm just gonna head over here. You're still gonna hear me. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back. I'm gonna find someone to raid real quick. I'm just gonna find someone and we're gonna raid them. And it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm just seeing who is there to raid. I am really happy about this. I had a blast. I had a fun time. I'm bad at ending things. I'm just gonna find someone to raid. See you next time. I will be streaming. Tomorrow I'll be streaming Pokemon White, and on Saturday I'll be streaming Volcano Princess. I'll be back with that. Goodbye.